PLC Network here with another unboxing, this time coming from the company VAVA. And this is their VAVA Cam Pro, a wireless security camera for your house. And we're going to take a look at this today, see what it comes with and everything, and all the wonderful features, and give some demo footage and see what it looks like as well. But what this is, again, it's a security camera for your house, like some of the many brands out there, but this one is one of those wonderful wireless ones that communicate with its base. So you have a base and you have a camera, and the base is what's recording all of your content. And the camera just communicates back and forth with the base. Now, the camera has a lot of great features. It's magnetic, so you just pop it into place like a lot of those familiar brands out there, but it is the model VAVA-SH003. It is a 1080p camera. It's IP66 rated, so it's good for just about any weather for the most part. It's not perfect, it's not 7 or 8, you know, but it's gonna get you through like most security cameras, so there's not a lot of cameras out there that are 7 or 8 outside of those really hardcore, weaponized, not really weaponized, just really strong, heavy-duty bullet cameras. But so IP66 is pretty much average, IP66, IP67, you know. But this is going to get you through most rain conditions, light rain, heavy rain, snow, even probably, you know. So this should be good with most atmospheres. You get enhanced night vision with this, you know. So at night, you know, you get to enhanced image, so it's easier to see things, especially stuff further away. You have, you know, again, it's wireless, so there's no wires or anything like that. There's a built-in battery for this. You have two-way audio, just like most of your cameras or doorbells or anything like that, so you can talk back and forth with somebody who's near the camera. You have a built-in alarm that's in the camera itself, so you can, you know, make noise in case you want to ward somebody away from your house. Or wherever this is installed. You have encrypted data, which is kind of cool. So all the data that's stored into the base, it's encrypted. They're calling it bank grade or bank level encryption. So, you know, that's always good, because especially with technology today and all the vulnerabilities we're seeing with just about, you know, every company out there and websites and everything else, it can get pretty scary about protecting, you know, how hard it is to protect your data and how sensitive it really is, the whole industry, you know, because if man can make it, man can break it. A wise man told me that. But yeah, so you have a 110-degree angle here. So it's a decently wide angle for, you know, getting larger sections of your property covered with a single camera. It's $199, so it is expensive, a little expensive. Not too bad though if it gets the job done right. And we're gonna pop this open. Let's see what it looks like and see if it's worth that $199. But the first thing you are introduced to here in the box is a smart mode, or made simple. Looks like it's documentation. Pop it open. We have a setup guide here. We have a quick start guide, which looks even thicker and bigger, so I don't know which one's quicker, but this one has some really simple images and everything there that just walks you through setting up the camera, getting it connected to the app and everything. You have another card inside of the card here. And then here we have a "We are watching you" sticker, so you can let people know that, hey, you're on camera. And you have your extended warranty, or extend your warranty option from 12 to 24 months. You can also win some money or something. You know, it's probably just, you know, just registration. Go register on their website. You have a "Congratulations, you won a free gift here" card. Just share your experience. Here you go. So leave a review and you might get something. And then we dig further down here. Yeah, we have another box here on the side. Probably it's going to have all of your accessories here. So you got your mount, looks like. You got your cables and your plug. You have a USB to micro USB cable here. You have a power connector with your typical barrel connector here. And you have all sorts of adapters here. Now this is going to be a magnetic holder. So this is, you mount this somewhere and the camera's just gonna stick right to it. And then you have a little bit more of a detailed mount here, which looks, you know, it's got a threaded approach to it instead of using magnets. And you have some kind of a rubber seal here. You have an Ethernet cable here. It's just a flat cable, so it's going to be easier to run in between small spaces and whatnot and make it hide. And then you have a wall adapter for the USB cable. And this, of course, is going to be for your base unit, because the camera's wireless. Well, this is going to be for the base unit, actually. This is going to be for likely charging the camera with when the battery starts to get low. And something to keep in mind, too, you could always just keep it plugged in too. It doesn't have to be wireless. You know, if you're okay with having a power cable running all the way up to the camera or something, or if you want to run it through the wall, maybe you already have, you know, a pipe running through, you know, to easily fish things through, that's fine. So just keep it plugged in all the time. You don't have to worry about charging it all the time, but it is wireless. That is the ease of the product, and part of the reason why it's a little bit more expensive than some of the other stuff. But you have a screw and anchor here, which is going to be mostly for this one right here, so the magnetic mount. The other mount has 3 screws and anchors that are also inside the bag here. And that's it for accessories. Let's take a look at the base here. The base looks nice. It's got a nice shiny finish to everything, and you got some spacing here around the edges, so it's either going to be, it looks like it's for a fan. I don't know if they have any lights in there, any LEDs or anything like that, but there is definitely a fan in there, it looks like. On the back here is going to be where all your connectivity is. You have a USB out here, so if you want to hook in a hard drive and have a little bit more space than just using an SD card, then it looks like you can do that, go that method. So an external hard drive is going to give you plenty of space. For cameras like this, usually, you know, you don't need that. An SD card should be enough. Just try to get like a 64 or a 128 gig SD card in there, because that's going to give you plenty of space in there before it starts rotating things out. But you have a LAN port here on the back, so that's just going to be your Ethernet here, which they do provide, and that's so you can have a wired connection to your hub. And then on the back, you also have your sync button. This is going to be syncing to a camera or cameras, but you'll have your barrel connector in the back for plugging it into the adapter here. And finally, you have your micro SD, and this is where I was talking about, you know, micro SD is the best way to go for something like this, unless you absolutely, for some reason, have to have a huge amount of space, and or you just have a spare drive kicking around, external drive, then you can always plug that into the USB slot. But micro SD is definitely a way to go, and it looks like it comes with an SD card. So you have an 8 gigabyte card that comes with it. It's not much. So again, you know, I said 64. You can go with 32. 32 is going to be fine for something like this. But if you really want a lot of space, especially with the price of SD cards right now being so low, 64 and 128 should be easy to get your hands on. Just slap it in there and you'll never have to worry about it. You're going to get so much video recorded to that chip. But I mean, they have a lot of faith in their product and their compression standards, it looks like. So with an 8 gigabyte card, they're telling you, hey, 8 gigs is enough. But again, I would upgrade it. Go at least 32. It's less of, you know, worry. That's one less thing in your network or your setup to have to bother with. Just, you know, it's going to have plenty of space to record your content too. And that's it. That is the hub. Pretty easy. And let's take a look at that camera. So like I said, it's magnetic. It's very similar to some similar models out there that are magnetic, you know, but you have 2 different points of mounting this. Again, you have that magnetic right here in the back, and then you have the threaded adapter option, you know, but a lot of people, they're going to go with magnet because that's just useful. It's really user-friendly. You know, you can change the angle to however you want, however this is mounted on the wall, and have it pointed directly, not directly down, but have a good angle going straight down. So if you want to put this above your door or something like that, or high up on your house pointing down, or if you just want it straight on or anything else. I mean, mounting wise, you have a lot of flexibility here, which is always important for something like this, and especially for this price point. So far it's got a lot of really positive variables going for it. On the back here, there's a little latch here, a little door you can pop open, and that's going to reveal your micro USB here, as well as a sync button and a reset button, it looks like. So same thing on the back of this, you have both sync and reset. So you're going to hit sync here, and they're going to be able to communicate with each other. Again, the instructions are going to cover all of that, but I mean, it's also straightforward. You shouldn't have to burn through too much of the instructions to figure a lot of this out if you are anything beyond a novice user with any kind of experience with using wireless security cameras. But the reset button, that's just going to be able to wipe everything. So in case, you know, all hell starts breaking loose with everything, you can just reset everything and start from scratch. Or that's good if you plan on selling this later on or giving it away. Say you're upgrading your system to a 4K version of the VAVA system or something, then you can do that as well. Just reset it and give it away, and the next person is ready to be done with it. Man, this latch on the back is really hardcore. It definitely takes some pushing down to get that in there. So you do know that the weatherproofing on this should be pretty good. It's got a glossy finish to everything, you know, so just like the base, it's the same kind of theme going here. So nice and glossy, looks nice. You have a black, the face plate here in the front where you have the lights, the motion sensor and everything, and you have your infrared, and the camera itself And that's, you have your speaker at the bottom here. That's gonna be for your two-way audio to communicate back and forth as well as alarm. But that's it. I mean, it's a wireless security camera. It looks really cool, and it's magnetic. And it's got a good grip to it, so this should last in most weather conditions. If you are worried about that, then I would install this, underneath an awning or something like that, where it's not going to get hit directly with wind and with rain, snow, or everything else. So if you have it underneath an awning, this isn't going to go anywhere. If you have it just directly out in the open, it should take a lot of abuse. If you do live in an area that experiences a lot of wind, then I would definitely go with the threaded adapter option, so that way it's not going to fall off. But again, in most use case scenarios, it should hold up pretty well, just based on this grip here. I don't really foresee that being an issue. Now, if it's really gusty outside, you might get it to move a little bit, which might adjust your angle, but again, to fix any of that or to prevent it from happening, just use the threaded adapter. So really balance it out based on wherever you live and your average weather patterns and where it's going to be installed to determine which option to use. So the most important thing is, what does it look like? So let's go ahead and take a look at some video and see how well it performs, and see if it lives up to that price tag. In our given scenario, we installed the camera a bit higher than normal since we really wanted to put it to the test when it comes to motion sensor distance. We have human detection disabled off, so that'll record anything that goes on, with sensitivity taken all the way up. There's some delay when it comes to when it sees movement and where the recording really kicks in, so it does seem like you lose some potential footage that can really be quite useful, so that's kind of unfortunate there. However, this could be due to the distance. If you install this above your front door, it might respond quicker, as it could get closer or be closer to the subject or object in motion. And sometimes it does get a little glitchy, but usually the video's, for the most part, smooth. Regardless, the level of detail is really nice. As for what the camera looks like during the evening or in other low-light situations, the level of detail is pretty nice. It's enough to make out vehicle makes and more, just not enough to catch license plate frames, or at least license plates themselves. But we haven't really come across a lot of cameras that can at night anyways, especially when it comes to moving vehicles. All in all, this really does look like a nice camera. It just needs to incorporate a little more leading up to the discovery of motion, so that you can get every detail of what happened during the recorded event versus skipping so many seconds of what led up to where it started recording. But again, all in all, it really does look like a nice camera. So there you have it. Again, this is the VAVA Cam Pro model number HS003. It is a really nice camera, a lot of features. The magnet's really nice. It's pricey, a little bit pricey, not too bad. It's about your average price for a good camera, so like the Ring Pro and things like that. It's $200. So it's what you're going to get for anything that's going to be reliable, and that's what's important when you're building out a security system. You want it to be reliable. That's so incredibly important. You don't want to just go cheap and buy a $30 camera and throw it up there and expect it to perform like something like this. So for more information about this, again, we're going to have a full review about this later on at POCnetwork.net once we've had some more time to really tinker with it and see what we like or don't like about it, and we'll provide all that information in the review as well as the final score and everything else. And that's it. So if you liked what you've seen here, don't forget to subscribe below with that subscription button there. We can definitely use subscribers as always. We also love to give things away all the time. Maybe this might be in that list at some point, but definitely hit that subscribe button, follow us, and be up to date with all that awesome information and all the new videos to come. And then there's the comment section down there as well, so you can share your thoughts and let us know. Maybe you have one of these, maybe you don't, but share your thoughts and let's talk about this. But as always, we thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time. If you want to stay on top of all the latest and greatest, or at least the gadgets we cover, remember to subscribe right here. Subscription button. Click it. You're going to want to. There's lots of videos, interviews, previews, all sorts of stuff. Button. Click it.